Every morning, this old man wakes up to silence, but his memories never sleep.
Before dawn breaks. When the world is still asleep, the old army veteran wakes up. No bugle sounds. No shouted orders. No urgency to fall in line. And yet, his body rises anyway. Habit. Once carved into a man by duty and discipline, never truly leaves him. He sits on the edge of the bed for a moment, breathing slowly. The soft ticking of the clock fills the quiet room. Time moves differently now. His knees ache as he stands. His back complains gently. Age reminds him of its presence. But even now, there is dignity in the way he moves. A discipline that never faded when the uniform came off. The room is simple. A neatly made bed. A small dresser. And on the wall, a framed photograph. Young soldiers. Arms around each other's shoulders. Smiling with the confidence only youth can carry. Every morning, he looks at that photo. He traces the faces with his finger. This one was Mike. That was David. And that was my brother. Some are still alive. Some were lost to time. Some were lost to war. He remembers every name. In the corner of the room stands a wooden chest. Inside it rests his uniform, carefully folded. Beside it, a neatly folded flag. He doesn't open the chest often. Not because it hurts, but because it deserves respect. Some things are meant to be honored. In silence. He walks into the kitchen and pours himself a cup of coffee. The sound feels loud in the early stillness. He sits by the window as the sky slowly begins to lighten. Birds cross the horizon. Free from borders, ranks, and duty. He takes a sip. Closes his eyes. And just like that, he is no longer here. He is young again. He remembers the day he enlisted. The world felt bigger then. And he felt smaller inside it, but determined. He believed in something greater than himself. Duty. Honor. Country. He didn't understand the cost back then. Almost no one ever does. Training was brutal. Long days. Short nights. Running until his lungs burned. Carrying weight he didn't think a human body could handle. But what stayed with him most wasn't the pain. It was the brotherhood. Men from different towns. Different lives. Different pasts. Bound together by trust. They learned each other's fears. Shared jokes and stories of home. Watched each other's backs, without question. Then war came. Not with glory. Not with celebration. It came with noise. Chaos. Fear. The first time he realized survival wasn't guaranteed. Everything changed. Gunfire. Explosions. The ground shaking beneath his boots. That's when he learned something important. Bravery isn't the absence of fear. Bravery is moving forward. Despite it. He did what he was trained to do. Followed orders. Protected his brothers. He held wounded hands. Whispered words of comfort, hoping they were enough. Some survived. Some didn't. Those faces never left him. The veteran opens his eyes. He's back in the kitchen. The coffee has gone cold. He drinks it anyway. After breakfast, he takes a slow walk through the neighborhood. The streets have changed. New houses. New faces. Children ride past on bicycles, laughing freely. He smiles. Their laughter reminds him of a time when life felt simple. Some neighbors wave. Some know his story. Some don't. He never corrects them. They see an old man walking carefully, never realizing the miles he once marched, or the weight he once carried. At the park, he sits on a bench and watches the world move. Young couples talking about forever. Parents chasing toddlers who don't yet know how fragile peace can be. And he's glad. Because life moves forward. In the afternoons, he reads old letters. Yellowed pages. Careful handwriting. Letters from his parents. Letters from a woman who once waited for him. He was married once. She understood him when words failed. Respected his silence. When she passed, the house grew quieter. But her presence never truly left. Sometimes. He still sets out 2 cups. Evenings are the hardest. As the sun sets, memories grow louder. The night brings echoes of boots on gravel. Distant explosions. Whispered prayers in the dark. Sometimes he dreams. Other times he wakes suddenly, heart racing. It takes a moment to remember. The war is over. He is safe. He never complains. Never asks for sympathy. He believes service was his duty. Not his sacrifice alone. On special days, he polishes his medals. Not to display them, but to honor them. Each one carries a name. A life. He whispers those names. Just to keep them alive. Every year, he visits the memorial. He stands longer than most. He places his hand on the cold stone. They are not forgotten, he says softly. As the years pass, his steps slow. His hands tremble slightly. His reflection no longer matches the young man he once was. But his spirit remains unchanged. He still believes in honor. In loyalty. In standing up for what is right. When young people ask him for advice, he keeps it simple. Take care of each other. Don't waste time on hate. Freedom isn't free. One evening, he feels weaker than usual. He opens the wooden chest one last time. Unfolds the flag. His fingers linger. He thinks of the boy he once was. The soldier he became. The man who returned home, changed, but grateful. He smiles. Not because life was easy, but because it mattered. As the house grows quiet, he closes his eyes. And in his final moments, he is not alone. He is surrounded by brothers who never aged. By laughter carried on the wind. By a peace he earned long ago. He lived with honor. He served with courage. And even in silence, his legacy remains.